China had a commitment concerning the reduction of greenhouse gas emission before 2020. That is, by 2020, we will reduce our CO2 emission by per capita GDP by 20 to 24% in comparison with 2005.
So you will reduce your emissions by 20% compared to 2005.
It's not very good
okay.
voice.
Yeah. You will reduce your emissions
by GDP.
your
Intensity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your emission. Can you just explain it to me? Sorry. When it's reducing your emissions by 25% on GDP intensity. How can you explain it?
40 to 45%.
On what level?
But in comparison with the 2005 level.
Yeah, but that's not the exact level, is it? Because you're allowing still to go up with GDP intensity.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I've got it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what you're saying is that you will continue to grow emissions, but they will reduce by 40% compared to the level they were growing in 2005.
Yeah.
How will you do that? Is that through energy efficiency or renewable power? How will you cut emissions?
I would like to answer your question more widely. That is concerning the development pattern in China. You know, in the last 30 years, China's economic growth very high, but which factors drive this development? I would like to indicate 5 factors. First is the investment. Second one is a huge consumption of resource. Third one is destruction of the environment. Fourth one is import of the technology. And the last one is cheap labor. You can see, by this development pattern, it is not sustainable. So China has to change their development pattern. Nowadays, every year, China produces about 10% GDP of the world total, 10% in China. But we consume about 20% energy of the whole world. So, you know, this development pattern is high energy consumed. So the addressing the climate change calls us to reduce the greenhouse gas emission, and it is in coincidence with the reduction of energy in China.
Is China going fast enough, though? The IPCC report that came out recently warned that we have to peak emissions by 2020 at the latest, and China's going to carry on increasing its emissions. So can China not move faster on cutting emissions?
Yeah, I will continue my instruction with us. China now is very important for us to change our development pattern. It's more energy saving and environmental friendly, including the reduction of greenhouse emission and the reduction of pollution. So,
what technologies do you think are most important to that transfer?
Most important is not the technology in China. Most important is change our industry structure, you know. Now we are an energy 70% consumed in the high energy consumed industry. That is cement, the iron, steel is too large amount of such industry. But this industry now have saturated already. So we have to reduce the proportion of such a high energy consumed industry. We should change our industry structure to develop more service sector that is energy more energy saving one. It is most important. Second one is technology. We should increase to improve our energy efficiency. No, one example is coal electricity. Now, in around the 10,000th year, per kilowatt hours electricity, we consume 370 grams standard coal. Now, the average level is 330 grams, but we can reduce this energy consumed more 20%. Now in Shanghai there is a coal electricity plant. It produces kilowatt hours electricity, only consumes 270 grams standard coal. So we need to improve the efficiency. We have many such examples.
For China to really cut its carbon emissions, you need to implement carbon capture and storage, don't you?
Yeah. We call it carbon capture, use, and storage. Not only storage, we have to use it. For example, we can use CO2 to increase the oil reduction. We put the CO2 in the well of oil well and increase the productivity. And now is a successful pilot in China already. And also we, by using the CO2, we can make some plastics materials use.
And what do you think is the future for renewables in China?
Renewable energy is a very important direction of the improving the energy structure in China. Renewable energy in China now most quickly is wind energy. We by 2015 maybe we will reach the 100 gigawatts wind energy. The second one is solar energy.
And what about what will you use to back up that wind? Is nuclear an option as well? Even though you don't have even though the storage is still a question.
Pardon?
Is nuclear also an option?
Nuclear, yeah. Nuclear is non-fossil energy. It is not renewable, but it is non-fossil. It's an important direction in China also. We will continue. It's my point of view. China will continue to develop our nuclear power in China. Safety is the most important problem, but I have the confidence we can guarantee the safety in developing the nuclear power.
And do you think that other countries are moving fast enough on cutting their emissions also? Are other countries moving fast enough in cutting their emissions, like the US?
You mean in US?
Yeah. What do you think of
Yeah.
other countries?
You mean the nuclear energy?
No. They're cutting carbon emissions.
Talking about the United States, I would like to say the United States development pattern is not so good. You know, the population of the United States is 4.5% of the world total. But it consumes every year 20% energy of total in the world. So if the other countries follow United States, we need 4 Earths to guarantee our energy. So in the historically, United States emitted too much greenhouse gas emission. Of course, United States achieved the high level modernization, but it consumed too much energy. So I think such countries as United States should take the lead in reduction the greenhouse gas emission.